Hello everyone, this is Manjunath. Welcome to my show MJT Pods. In today's episode, we're going to listen who were Talibans and who created them. Before going to Taliban, we need to understand what is USSR or Soviet Union. Soviet Union is a very large landmass occupying today's Ukraine, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Azerbaijan, etc. There are several countries. It was formed in 1922 and it came to end at 1991. Under the leadership of Joseph Stalin, USSR expanded very rapidly in today's some parts of Europe and Asia. It was formed in 1922. During World War One and World War Two, there were two strong nations like two not it's three actually. It's Britain, USA, and Soviet Union. And when Nazis became surrender at 1945, when World War ended, there is a race. There is a race between USA and Soviet Unions, like who is going to be a superpower in future, like who is powerful nation in the world. These were two nuclear countries at that point of time, USA and Americans, and these Soviets. There is a Cold War. Cold War is nothing but it's not an actual war. No one died in between there. No one died in the war. It's actually a technological war or a computational war. There is a race between USA and USSR in the field of space technology and in the field of nuclear weapons, etc. There are many categories. And during the time of 1979, I think 1979, Soviets invaded Afghanistan to just increase the geopolitical influence in Afghanistan region. So they invaded Afghanistan in the 1979. So USA don't want to see USSR in Afghanistan. So these were two rivalries at that point of time during the Cold War itself. So what USA did, they started giving aid to Pakistan because Pakistan shares a border with Afghanistan, right? So they started giving ammunitions, aid, and money in the form of millions of dollars to Pakistan to encourage creating a terrorist outfits called the Mujahidins actually. And during the time of invasions, the Afghanistan people, they came to Pakistan as a refugee, and these refugee people from Afghanistan, the Pakistani government trained the Afghanistan refugees in the schools called madrasas. They trained the Afghanistan refugees in madrasas, and these were the recruiting ground for the terrorists. They are provided with ammunitions, arms, etc., and they sent back to Afghanistan to fight with the Soviet soldiers. During that, however, the invasion was not successful actually, and after 10 years, they invaded Afghanistan in 1979. In 89, exactly 10 years after the Soviets lost heavy casualties, up to 10,000 to 15,000 soldiers were lost from the Soviet side. So they decided to quit. So we're gonna retrieve back. So Soviets went back to USSR. So Afghanistan became free from Russians. So this is how created, and these people who fought against the Soviet soldiers at that point of time, these are not terrorists. These were fighting for their country. So at that point of time, we don't call them as a terrorist now. Now they are become terrorists because of their religious aspects, like they follow Islamic rules like Sharia law, like they are opposing what American role was. It want to be a country with a democratic way in a Western, like Western Western style of democratic way. They Americans don't want Afghanistan to be so Islamic, so what to say. It was not supposed to be like a slow Islamic country under the heavy law that is opposite opposite to the human rights. So this was the aim for Americans, and Americans have achieved it by funding Pakistan, and UK also funded, and even Pakistan government helped this terrorist to grow, and this is a reason today Taliban took over Kabul, about 80% of Afghanistan, and this is the reason. And who were the countries? These were USA, Americans, and UK people, and Pakistan. Even these three countries who supported Taliban in the beginning, even these three people also suffered from Taliban itself. Consider like Americans, 9/11, plane crash to the Twin Tower, even UK, like bridge blast, and even Pakistan. You know Pakistan, Taliban always there is a issue with there is some bomb blasters, always like in Karachi, recently in the Karachi. This is this is the situation going today in Afghanistan. So in the next episode, and we're going to see why America has invested trillions of dollars in Afghanistan and they are not successful in that. We're going to see in the next episode. And if you are listening in a Spotify, do follow in Spotify, and thank you.